You fools! You were followed! Had you not ended her, she would have gone to the tower, she would have reported to Stradia. She would know about me, and she would know that I am going to help you. This card will tell of this card. Knowledge represents of the ancient, powerful. This third card represents this card. Power and sheds light on one who will help. When the hour of judgment arrives, this card will lead you to her.
After this strange reading, you all departed the Ivlis Bridge to return to the bar where the Vista live and get a little bit of sleep before whatever you do next. So, when we left, you all had settled in for the night. Some of you quickly fell asleep, others of you a little less so. Was there anything anyone was wishing to do tonight before fully falling asleep and moving to the next day? Karina.
I think after a couple hours of attempting to sleep, having calculated the thread count of the sheet she's looking through, trying to distract her mind as much as possible when she realized she doesn't have much to build a foundation on. Once she knows everyone in the room is asleep, she's going to kind of sneak out, and she wants to pass by Miss Ava's room to see if anyone is in the room. And if not, she's going to steal a bottle of gin and chill at the bar until people start waking up.
Poke your head into Miss Ava's space. Other than the cat, seems unoccupied at this moment. So you go, grab some gin, slide up at the bar, and prepare to pass the time with sips of gin. At around 5 a.m. or so, the first vistas start moving. You hear the sound of a kitchen somewhere in the back where people are starting to get to work for breakfast. Some people slowly make their way out into the main area where the smell of coffee starts to permeate the air.
Coffee. I had just taken Lancelot with me when I went to bed, and so I'm just going to make sure he goes out in the morning. I'm going to try to get a vibe check. Like, does he want to stay? I don't want him to, but, like, I don't want to, like, Jacob against as well, so I'm just gonna take him on a walk and just try to vibe.
This old dog does seem quite comfortable in this warm area surrounded by kids who, whenever you bring him back in from just taking a quick little constitutional outside, the children who are around, a few of them, when he circles up and lays down next to the hearth, a few lay down next to him. Whenever he gets up to walk, there are hands that reach down to scratch him. Frequently, you see him with a big puppy smile on his face, panting, his little scraggly tail just wagging oh so quickly as people are giving him love here.
I think the DM might want us to leave the dog.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that there are lots of people who like dogs. You can take the dog. Shoot.
I'll just kind of spend some time with him as everybody's getting up, thinking about it.
Why do you seem so sad? And where's everybody else?
So at this moment, everyone is noticing that Hawthorne actually passed out on the bar, because he was so drunk. He's like, keep it down. He just head back down.
I think honestly, the way that makes sense with Karina not having noticed you is, how bars frequently have a right angle and like they have a short side and a long side. Karina, you came and settled up in about the middle of the long side. Hawthorne had passed out on the shorter side, had slumped down low enough that you didn't even see him until suddenly just hand, hat, and head start to emerge over the bar.
Never mind.
Shit, Hawthorne, have you been here the whole night?
Good morning.
Is it morning? Yeah, it's morning. Good morning.
Yeah, it is.
It's morning.
Who's got coffee?
Oh, I've got some right here. Stanimir walks through with a big carafe.
And Brock walks by and slaps his hand on Hawthorne, which is barely a tap, but he's trying his best. I sure hope you're full of 8 hours. So we've got a big day ahead of us. And he adjusts his coat.
Hawthorne will take the coffee and then take the whiskey that he still has in his coat or whatever alcohol, pour just a little bit in his coffee, put it back, and then go, I'll be ready soon.
We call that a Vista coffee.
We call that the hair of the dog. The dog. No, not you, Lancelot.
Yeah, it was like Lancelot just gives a little... As people are starting to come out, the commotion is picking up. Karina, you have a bizarre experience. Could you make me a spirit roll, please, Karina?
5.
5. Okay. People, plates, cups, laughter, a little bit of music. The sounds of life, of the vista of your friends. The first thing you notice is the sound change. As it doesn't go silent, it just gets a little muted. Like the volume and the tenor is just turned down of everything that you're hearing. And as you look up and you look around, the people are all still there. But there is a fog, a mist, starting to cover this room. And it feels like it's emerging from you. You feel a little lightheaded. The mist becomes right around you so heavy that you feel like you're almost going to choke on the particles.
I think the second she finds out it's coming from her, she's going to like panically try to stand up and probably knock the stool out from under her and most likely like bump her elbow on, very clumsily, panicked stand up quickly.
The clatter of the stool, Stanimir, who was next to you, who was refilling someone's coffee, gets bumped a little bit and it goes spilling. And he starts grabbing a cloth to mop it up. But you all see it as Karina just kind of rockets up from her stool, knocking it over and even spilling the glass that was right in front of her as it just rolls back and forth.
Hey, Slayer, you good? The fuck?
Is the fog still around me?
Nope.
Yeah, I'm fine. She's just gonna like dig her palms of her hands into her eyes and just kind of like try to clear her mind for a little bit there.
You on that shit again? Or you good?
I think I need more of that shit. I'll be fine. Fine.
Okay.
Well, the last time someone said they were fine, they were holding stuff in from when they went and missed or something. You gotta share. We're all in this together. Even if we don't share here, you gotta share somewhere.
I just didn't sleep much last night. I'm just tired. And she's gonna reach over the bar to where Stanimir was playing with the coffee pot and just kind of slide it towards her.
He obviously noticed you have this little moment because he spilled and he had finished cleaning it up, and as you go to grab it, he just kind of pushes it your way a little bit too. He squints his eyes just a little bit at you, where it's concern, but not necessarily confused concern. Just pushes it your way.
She's just gonna pour a mug, sit back down on, like, pick the stool up awkwardly, and just sit back down at the bar and take a sip of the way too hot coffee and pretend it did not just burn the shit out of her tongue.
You got anything to eat? A little hungry.
Yeah, almost ready. And you can smell it. Just a couple minutes later, there is a shout and like the sound of something metal being hit against metal. Ding, 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 ding. And people start coming out with their own plates that they've loaded up. The breakfast that they provide includes cornmeal polenta, stuffed cabbage rolls, and fried bread. And as people start to grab their plates, the door to Sarah's billiards and bar opens, and Arturi walks through. Smells good. And a few of the Vista, hey, give him greetings as they see him pull him into hugs, which he gets a seat at the bar. And when he sees you, Karina, he doesn't directly say anything to you, but he locks eyes with you and just gives you a little.
She'll just offer him the slightest of smiles before turning back to her coffee. So, are we catching a train today?
That's what I heard.
Is that the next step?
I think so.
Ira has taken a cup of coffee, but the way that they are reverently drinking it tells you a lot. And as they take a long sip where you can see the shiver run down their spine, I've never been on the train. I know generally how to get there, though. From what I've heard, if you're looking to get there and you just walk long enough, you get there.
I think that's the way that walking works. But
Smartass.
and he kind of catches a cough in his throat, but doesn't throw up. Growth.
Your character growth is not vomiting.
Little celebrations.
Baby
It's her
steps.
growth as a human, so she feels like it's her
Literally.
growth as a character.
Baby steps.
I probably can't. Anyway, I do think keeping my bile in my body is a really good thing for me. So
Keeps the wear and tear down on my shoes too. Just to let you know. But
really appreciate all your help. I can't guarantee that I won't need it again. You too, Hawthorne.
Hawthorne starts rubbing his temples and his eyes, and he's like, okay, I'm trying to remember last night. And I know there was something she told us we needed to do to like a weapon or something. Do we need to do that before the train?
I don't think so. I think we're going to need more information on where to find things. For what we heard, but we probably should keep that on the down low.
All right. Weapon. Who said a weapon?
Remind me not to come to you when I want to be inconspicuous. And
Just
Karina's
hungover.
she's gonna cross the bar to where Gloria is by Lancelot and sit near her. Hey, how you doing, Gloria?
I'm worried that maybe you're right and Lancelot wants to stay, but I'm not sure how to really know.
Karina's just gonna crouch down next to Lancelot and Gloria and just put both of her hands on Lancelot's face and just kind of scratch him behind the ears. I mean...
And his old pup face, the skin has gotten loose enough that when you go and scratch and push his face up, it closes his eyes as you push it up, and he just has this big little smile as you scritch, and he just happily... You can feel as he puts his weight onto your hands as you do that. I love dogs.
The bastard of baby. We don't know how dangerous it is gonna get. And it's miserable outside. He's got old bones. I mean, maybe this is a good place for him. I think Katori might need a canine friend.
Well, I guess we'll have to talk to the owners first before we just abandon him. I'll kind of look around. Do I see Stanimir?
He is one of the fortunate things about Stanimir is he's very difficult to miss if he is in the room. So yes, you see him over by the fire, having picked up two Lil Vista children, one in an arm and one is on the shoulder, and he's just having a conversation with a Vista woman, probably late 30s, and is just having this conversation while entertaining two kids simultaneously.
Karina, do you think we should talk to Stanimir and see what he thinks?
Definitely. Do you want me to do it, or you up for it, Gloria?
I could do it. You are not saying you look tired, but are you okay?
I will be.
You look a little tired. Here's my powder puff. I'm so sorry. I didn't want to say it. Just between the two of us, just before we go out here. And then I try to reach for my compact, but I realized I gave my mini mirror and the whole little bartering story game. So,
speaking of that, I know it was one of you who ended up winning, but I don't think we ever actually determined who it was.
I'm really confident it wasn't me.
I know for a fact it was not me.
I tied. I had the same wrong and same right.
I had 3.
Okay, so 9 is a little bit better right now. Did anyone beat 4 correct? Well then, 9, you are the one who had that pot.
9 has been sitting here listening to that and will chuckle because Gloria's trying to look for her mirror, and 9 will just hand it out of frame to them.
I'm gonna just casually grab it and be like, thank you. Mouthing thank you to 9 and be like, here, Karina, and here's a comb. You look lovely always. You're stunning, but just you look tired a little bit. You okay?
Thank you, Gloria. Honesty apparently is appreciated over sugarcoating. I'll be back, and she'll just take the compact and go find a corner to wallow in self-pity for a minute.
Oh no, I handled that so wrong. 9.
You did okay, Karina. And will throw her lighter to her at the same time.
She does not catch it. It just kind of bounces off of her.
I'll pick up the lighter and put it in my purse, and then I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna talk to Stanimir. I'm gonna walk over to Stanimir.
Brock is gonna gently, as she walks away, gently touch his face and just lean forward to Hawthorne and 9. Do I look tired?
Oh, you look beautiful. You look fine. Here's your magnifying glass too.
Yeah, Hawthorne's been hitting you to give him back his brass knuckles.
Look, here's your fucking brass knuckles. You see, I'm trying to eat.
Thank you. I'm so proud of you for knowing what I wanted.
Yeah, that's the only thing that's yours in here. And the other 3 things, take a look at those.
I hope I was not the only person who thought of the birdcage with that whole tired interaction. You look tired means you look old, and you look rested means you've had collagen.
Nathan
I've
Lane.
never seen that, so I have no idea.
It's so good. Oh, Nathan Lane is so great. You should totally.
Oh, he's perfect.
Watch that for
Robin
Pride
Williams too. Oh.
Yeah, he and Robin Williams are in that movie.
So good.
But you, Gloria, head over to Stanimir, who, as he sees you approaching, just gives a little elbow to the woman he was talking to, who gives a nod, and she heads off. He still has the 2 kids. The one in his arm, quite young, almost asleep. The one on the shoulder is just babbling away about something that he is only passively paying attention to. So as you walk over, Gloria.
I hope I didn't interrupt anything.
Oh, no. What can I do for you?
Well, this is a little bit hard to talk about, but we rescued a dog. I feel like the warmth of the fire has been breathing new life into Lancelot, and I'll be honest, I'm feeling a little bit conflicted. And I was curious, are there people that maintain full-time residents here? Would this be a safer place for a loving dog?
He looks at you and he looks at Lancelot. I think it would be. No. And he looks down at the cat who is walking through the area. Not 100% sure how Maurice will feel about it, but the kids seem to love him, and he looks like an old dog.
Yeah, I think he is.
If he's lived most of his life out there, maybe we can give him at least somewhere warm to live out his final days.
Maybe I can leave you a little bit of money to help take care of him, and we can.
Gloria, it's no problem. We aren't wealthy here, but we aren't struggling. We take care of each other. And it's been a while since we had a dog here.
He's a pretty sweet dog. I'll talk to him, but I get the sense that he prefers it in here than out there. And
to answer the first part of your question, yes, there are always Vista here. We come and go, but some of us are always here, so he'll never be alone if he stays here, and you're more than welcome to come see him anytime. I'm sure he would love to see you again. He says name was Lancelot, right?
yeah.
Where'd you find him?
Well, it's kind of an interesting story. There was sort of an animated house that seemed to suck us in, and we had to almost fight our way out, and we rescued him and brought him with us out of the really freaky house.
Stanimir, one-handed, again, he's huge, just like leans over and sets the kid who was on his shoulders onto the ground, who just goes running off to find someone else to bother. And Stanimir squats down, child still in arm, next to Lancelot. Just strokes his head, his huge hand just enveloping the head of this scrappy little old dog, and looks him right in the eyes. So, hard out there for all of us, huh? You want to stay here? Mm-hmm. We can get you good food.
I want to stare at Lancelot's reaction based off of what Stanimir's saying, because there's still a part of me that's convinced he'd rather come with me. So I just want to gauge his reactions.
Lancelot has no idea what's going on other than the fact that he is warm and fed and getting attention. And so he is looking at Stanimir quite happily. Not that he doesn't look at you, but the person who is scratching
I've
him
been
tends to
abandoned.
be... No, he still knows you exist. But, dogs tend to look at the person who's scratching them, but he looks at you a couple times too, but he's... his yellowing teeth are on full display as he's got this big, happy puppy smile. And Stanimir stands back up. Choice is yours, obviously. But if you want us to watch him while you're not here, we can do that.
I think that's probably best. I'll touch base with everybody else, but I think that's probably best. As I say this, I'll kind of back up and not call Lancelot after me and just kind of wander back to where I was with Nine and everybody else.
Got it.
Is Karina doing better? Is she still in the corner?
No, she's come back now, and
Oh, thank God. I'm so sorry.
she did not use the makeup or anything. Instead, her eyes are just glassy, and she'll just hand you back the compact and the makeup puff, and just take a seat next to Hawthorne at the bar. So, do we head out? Does the train only show up at night?
The only thing I remember, and he pushes up his glasses and steadies his coat on his shoulders. Someone told us not to go to sleep on it. I didn't know what that meant, but it felt genuine.
So everyone's gotten some sleep here, right? To where we're not going to have any issues getting on this train soon, right?
I slept like a baby. I slept good, actually.
I love that. For you, specifically.
I think we'll be good. Ira, ready to go?
Ready when you are.
All right.
I felt like it was a little bit strange that Stanimir and the lady stopped talking as soon as I walked over. So before I leave, I just want to kind of take note. Do I see the woman that he was talking to before? I I'm a little bit, I don't want to vocalize this, obviously, but I'm a little worried that Stanomir's companion that played the game with us is obviously not here. And we know where she is. But, like, does it seem like her presence, her lack of a presence is recognized? Do I get the sense that people are maybe chatting about it?
Make me a notice check.
5.
Not Stanimir, and not the woman he was speaking to. She's still here. But you do overhear during this time out here a few snippets of conversation. You hear the name of Eliza. And so you hear a few people who are just like,
Wasn't Eliza here last night?
Yeah, she was when I went to bed. I haven't seen her this morning, though. Must have headed off.
She normally says goodbye before she leaves. Hope the little thing is okay.
I don't say anything to Karina. I don't want to make her more worried. And after that, I'm good to go.
as you all start to head towards the door, people say their goodbyes. Stanimir most loudly, and with big bear hugs to anyone who accepts a hug.
You come back anytime. Always welcome here.
Whoever he's hugging at that point pushes back, hands on your shoulders.
You are friends of the Vista. Never let anyone forget that.
Hey, no problem. You guys are pretty cool, and thank you for your hospitality and your warmth and kindness to us outsiders.
The pleasure was ours.
And loved your stories too. Yeah.
Yours as well. And you said that one was true. Next time you come back, you're gonna have to tell me a little bit more about that one.
I'll sure to do that. Okay, and my friends, thank you. So we're gonna hit the road.
He gives you one more big hug.
Be safe. Hopefully I'll see you all again soon.
When he says that, you can hear the small amount of doubt in his voice. The last one to stop you, not all of you, but to stop Karina, is Arturi, who, as you head towards the door, all he does is turn and stand from his bar stool, one hand on the other elbow. Be safe.
You too. It's a dark and scary world out there.
Yeah. And he's dirtier than he was when he left. He has like black smudges on parts of his skin that look like maybe ash or dirt.
Thank you again for letting me stay for a little bit longer. Yeah, I know you don't know exactly what this means, but I think it might have made a difference. But remember what I told you, all right? They're out there still.
Yeah. Good luck. And she's just going to gently tap his shoulder and just kind of walk away. Not this whole time she hasn't made eye contact with him. And she's just going to walk away and wipe a tear as she walks away.
We also say goodbye to Lancelot. Like, I drag everybody over. I'm like, come on. Like, Hawthorne, what are you doing? We have to say goodbye. And I drag us all over to Lancelot before we go.
We're leaving him? Oh, I made a whole backpack and everything.
Oh my god, no, maybe we shouldn't leave him. Okay, yeah, go for it. Oh my god.
No,
we just start crying.
Gloria, that was a joke. That was a joke, Gloria. See you later, buddy. And Hawthorne's gonna scratch his little chin.
And because Brock is always in the shadow of Hawthorne, just kind of peeks around and with just two fingers pats him on the head. I didn't want to get too attached to you, old boy. Enjoy the rest of your years.
Nine kind of looks around. Hey, look here. You're probably going to outlive all of us. So here's some bacon. Get your treats. Get all the scritches. Take all the naps. If you pee a little bit, it's okay. You're old. It's fine. All right? No one's going to blame you. You're a cute old dog. Good. And, be good, okay? Here's a little bit more pocket bacon. There you go. Yeah.
happily takes it.
Karina's just going to give him a quick little scratch behind the ears and just whispers so nobody else can really hear. I'm glad I didn't kill you. And just give him a little kiss on the top of his head and stand back up.
Eventually, you all make your way to the door. Push the door open. Out into the rain. When the door closes, you all start to head up the stairs that lead back to the streets of Barrowville. What you all don't see, but we do, is the camera cut just one more time inside the billiards hall. Lancelot stands up, walks towards the door, and just sits down at the door and stares up at it. And we're gonna go to break.
We have to go back. We have to go back for this dog now. Now we have to go back. We can't. Hawthorne will have felt this happen and need to turn around.
You were an evil man, Ethan. What the fuck?
Did you want me to
I'm
say he
already
didn't
crying.
care that you
Wow.
about you?
Wow. Oh,
Yes, I would have rather he not
I
cared.
was vibe checking.
All right. So you're gonna Futurama us. That's great. That's fucking great.
We're out, y'all.
We abandoned him. We
you
abandoned
bastard.
horrible people. I was making a
Motherfucker.
I was making a backpack. We could have taken
You're
him.
the worst.
God damn.
I was literally
Fucking hell.
carrying him.
What's the most negative reaction you prompted from your players? Was it castrating one of them? No.
It was having a dog be, miss us.
It was having a dog be a little sad.
How dare you make Lancelot sad? He's supposed to be happy.
Poor Maddie.
Fucking hell.
Oh, God.
We made peace with that
Karina is
dog.
not
Like, this is
stable
gonna
enough for this.
Hey everybody, Ethan, your resident GM here. We at Go Buff Yourself sincerely hope you're enjoying this episode of the City of the Crimson Tower. And if you are, you should be sure to check out our other actual play, The Wild Beyond. It's a much wackier adventure with a very different tone, but a lot of fun. Our main characters, the Wild Things, set off from the Witchlight Carnival to the Feywild to figure out what exactly is going on there. Alright, that's enough with the advertisements. Let's get back to the show. You will depart from this outlying section of Bridgewater where you stayed with the Vista and experienced safety, warmth, companionship, and comfort. And now, striking back out into the Barrowville streets by yourself. The contrast is even starker now. The abandoned buildings feel even more hollow in comparison to the lively bar that you were just in. The gray, dark streets, more colorless by comparison to the colorful Vista with whom you were staying. At first, Ira seems like they know where they're going. But after you all have walked for about half an hour, the fog that is everywhere, always just looming, starts to press in closer. No longer at the end of alleyways, but moving towards their mouths. You can't even see down the alleys fully anymore, but you keep hearing things. From buildings and alleyways. Sobs. Screams. Snapping sounds. Snarling sounds. At one point, you're walking by an alley, and you hear a muffled and quickly cut-off scream. And as you glance down that alley, you can barely make out deep in the fog a large shape. 2 glowing eyes that look your direction before pressing deeper into the fog and disappearing. Ira just watches this happen. Come on. We need to keep moving.
I think after a few of those incidences, Karina is just going to look straight ahead, try to ignore what is happening, and she's just going to be like basically holding herself in a way.
9, while holding an umbrella over Gloria, just kind of has been eyeing all of the alleyways and just making sure if anything's going to pop out, he's ready. But also making sure everyone else is safe and everything.
It is an interesting thing how quickly you manage to either become accustomed to something or become comfortable ignoring it, as eventually those sobbing sounds from the distance just become noise. Because you have to keep moving. The fog eventually presses in so close, so tight around you that it leaves the mouths of the alley. It gets closer and closer, forcing you all to move from the sidewalk into the middle of the street to avoid it.
Is it crushing us?
It certainly feels like it is. Is this... Ira, have you ever seen anything like this?
No. Not quite like this, but also never been this far from home.
I think, like the house, it's corralling us.
It feels like that.
Yeah. Keeping us going a certain direction.
Yeah, are we sure we're going the right way?
I'm pretty sure. If you have a better idea.
I fucking know these streets.
I mean, from what you said, we just have to think about the train, right? Think about where we're going and it will show up.
You all, like I said, at this point are walking in the middle of the road because the fog has started to spill out of the alleyways. And eventually, you realize that the fog is so thick, you can't even see the buildings on either side of the street anymore. You can see the street in front of you. You can see each other. And fog.
9's gonna kind of start smelling around, and that'll be a notice check, right? Just to see, get his bearings of where they are. Got a 4.
You smell the wet pavement. And you smell your unwashed companions.
All I really do is smell you guys. That's about it. Wet rock.
You keep pushing forward. And suddenly, you didn't even see it forming in the distance. It's just suddenly there. Is a lonely-looking train station. A train platform, more accurately. Small, covered a little bit from the rain. There are a couple benches, and there's one figure sitting there.
Karina's gonna pinch herself real quick to make sure it's not just her imagination. And then she's just gonna eye the figure that's sitting there and stop walking.
Figure is a woman, human, tan skin, looks mid-50s. Ira looks at her too. Georgina? Georgina! The woman doesn't respond. Georgina, it's me. Ira? Ira Indirovich? We were worried about you. No one's seen you. Are you alright? She just sits and stares forward.
Ira what's going on, Ira?
I don't know.
I think Karina will move to where Ira is and look over to where Georgina is sitting and very slowly reach out to see if she's alive.
Oh yeah, you touch her. You can feel her. She even looks over just a little bit to her shoulder where you put your hand, but then just goes back to staring forward. Where's that train? At about that moment, you all hear the sound of a train beginning to approach. And it passes by the platform that you're on a little bit. The front goes by, and then it begins to screech to a halt. Two doors at the near the rear, the third to the back car, open. And speaking of cars, a lot past you. Georgina stands up and begins to shuffle towards the door.
So, was she missing or something?
Yeah, she's originally from Bridgewater, but a lot of people fled afterwards. Presumably many to Vallaki Hills. So I suppose that's what she's doing too.
How long has she been gone?
Couple weeks.
So, I guess we get on?
Ira does not lead this, and in fact moves behind a few of you.
I think at this point, Karina will lead.
Hawthorne's gonna stand in front of Karina. Okay, hang on a sec. I'm bigger. Let's just at least... Can I just go first, at least?
Be my guest, Hawthorne.
Brock grabs onto the back of Hawthorne's shirt, hunched over slightly behind us, like, after you, of course.
Hey, looks like we're going on a train ride, Angel.
I wonder if we have to go inside to purchase a ticket.
I don't think we do. I think we're just kind of get on board.
I'm gonna slip up to 9 and just take your arm as we start moving that way.
Right there. Yeah.
Any of you who would be paying attention in this moment, feel free to make me a notice check before you step on the train.
Hawthorne's gonna spend a penny to rerun it.
Okay.
I got a 9.
9, so that's a success with a raise.
I got a 6.
Success.
I have to use a penny.
You don't have to.
I got a 3. I'm distracted.
Yeah, I'm gonna use a penny.
Okay. For those of you who can't speak high-pitched, Lauren, that was a critical failure on the reroll.
I got a 3.
And a failure from Hawthorne on the reroll. Are you two, either of you spending another penny, or are we leaving it there?
No, I'm gonna take it as it comes. I'm hoping the rest of my team will actually be honest and share with what's going on.
I'm honest most of the time.
I wasn't talking about you. You were almost too honest.
The
Yeah.
hell is that supposed to mean, Hawthorne?
A 5.
Okay, so with 2 bennies spent, Brock, you end up with a 5. The 3 of you who succeeded notice there is a raven that is perched on, not awning, but the overhang, and is sitting right on the edge of it, and just looks at you as you walk under onto the train. Gloria, with a raise, you notice this raven has a hint of blue at the edge of their feathers.
I'll notice it, and then when there seems to be like a good time, I'll bring that up to everybody so we can keep our eye out.
So as everyone goes in, basically arm in arm, Hawthorne and Brock, 9, and Gloria, and just Karina at the end, she's going to kind of turn towards the raven. Hope you're enjoying the show. And just walk in.
Just croaks at you.
Is Ira back with Karina?
Ira is wherever back is. In other words, going like last or second to last.
Karina would have waited for them to get on before she followed.
Okay. The car that you enter into, oddly, seems to be a luggage car. It's surprisingly long, bigger on the inside style thing, where from the outside this looks like a standard size train car. But now that you're inside here, it is easily 3 times the length of what you saw on the outside. When you step on, there is a door to your left, which you know, because you just walked on, goes towards the rear of the train, the second to last car. There's a sign on the door that says kitchen, staff access only. To the right, where the car goes and goes and goes and goes, it is lined with luggage racks with garment hooks, and you hear whispering in here, whimpering, muffled, soft screaming. And Gloria, I'm going to carry that raise over and say that you're the first. You all are able to hear that, but you're the first who is able to pinpoint the origin as coming from inside the luggage. Different pieces of luggage here.
So much pain. No. Stop, please.
Another just pained, muffled screams.
Do you guys hear that?
Yeah.
There's people crying inside the luggage.
What do we
And
do?
the bird out there that was staring at us had blue wings. That seems ominous.
This is a nightmare. This is a group hallucination. This is
I actually don't think I'm hallucinating because I can hear it, but I agree with you that this is a little bit freaky. Yes.
I feel like it wouldn't be a hallucination if we're all hearing it, right? I mean,
That's what I'm
we're not
thinking,
all
too.
hallucinating the same thing at the exact same moment. Brock, come on, you the scientist, back me up here. I mean, you're already backing me up. You're right behind me.
all I know is don't fall asleep. Even if this is a nightmare and you're already asleep, don't fall asleep again inside of being asleep, because then you could sleep probably for forever.
Oh my gosh, do you think that that's why they told us not to fall asleep on the train, because they'll stuff us in the luggage?
Well, now I kind of want to open a luggage then.
Yeah, Karina's gonna go to the nearest talking or whining luggage and open it up.
I don't know about this.
Oh my god.
As she's touching the luggage, I feel like seeing Karina going for the luggage, I would like to use one power point and cast protection on her, just because I'm nervous about this. 6.
6, successful occult check, so your power goes off. So you were doing protection, which gives 2 points of armor. Very nice.
Yeah, so as I see you kind of going for the luggage, Karina, I'm going to just kind of like flap my wings a little, and there's like a little bit of a sparkle around you. And just in case. I've seen her walk into the mist. We're not doing this again.
I don't fault you. Karina, you open this leather suitcase. It's dinged up, torn, and it's one of those where you have to press a button on each side to unclasp it. And you open it, and it's empty. But Karina, you have a vivid memory. You see, it's not really you see because it's not in front of you. It's just you suddenly remember something. You remember a face right in front of yours. Pale, sharp features, raven hair. Stradia. She's grinning at you, her teeth stained red with blood. Did you really expect anything else than this?
No.
And you feel a blade that is in your stomach twist. But it's just an empty suitcase. But Karina, when you go to access that memory again, it's still there. Just as vividly. And you cannot distinguish it from one of your own.
I think there's nothing here, and she's just gonna slam the suitcase.
Okay, this is the second time you've done this. No, there's something. What's going on?
Karina, look. We are on a spooky fucking train. Looks like we're going into hell itself. We gotta start being honest with each other. If there's something wrong, you're seeing shit, whatever. 9 pinches Brock just to make sure that he knows this is real. Okay, this is real. So what's going on?
This It's real, yes. The empty luggage is real. There's nothing there. And she's just gonna kind of stand back up and try to straighten her coat. There's nothing there.
Hawthorne will literally at this moment, because he is impulsive, walk over and open a luggage because he is pissed that she is keeping stuff from him.
Could you roll me a d10, please?
Oh, it's a 4.
Got it. You grab a suitcase. What suitcase do you grab?
I grabbed probably the biggest one. It has more of a little round top to it, so it opens upward like a doctor's bag almost, but it's pretty big.
Kunk, and it is heavy. You pull it down, you unzip the part to the top, and you flip it open. You have a memory. Again, this isn't a vision. When we access a memory, it's not like we see it in front of us, but you experience this. You remember this happening. You're so hungry. So hungry. Your mother hasn't been able to cook anything but the same water in the same stew pot, just trying to get little bits of flavor and food off of it. There's a knock on your door. Your mother answers it. Your mother comes and takes your hand, takes you to the door. And there's a figure at the door. Your mother is crying. She's been crying so much lately. The figure that in this memory you can't make out any details about it. It's a horrifying nightmare remembrance where it's just this shape, this shadow, but you see the wide smile as the hand comes towards you to grab your shoulder and pull you away from your mother. And you're just staring at an empty suitcase.
So Hawthorne, as he stares at the empty suitcase, he has this memory. A tear starts falling from his face because he's a little weak for kids, and because he could feel like it was I was small and stuff. And all he does is look around and he goes, "Don't open another suitcase. It's death. They're all death. Memories."
Okay, so don't open any more suitcases.
Are you okay? And
Fuck no!
And he's just gonna instinctively pull you away from the crate with the luggage. No, nobody open it. No, we have all the help we can get with the horror around us. We don't need to add more. Nobody open anything.
We don't know if it's real. We don't know.
We're in this together, though. We gotta be in this together. If we don't have each other, what do we have? And he'll put his arm around Brock, sort of like steadying himself, and just look down.
I don't want to lose my mind. And if I acknowledge it, I'm accepting the fact that I'm losing my fucking mind.
We'll keep you steady. That's what we're here for. Right, you guys? Looking over at Gloria and Nine, noticing they haven't said much.
I am still looking at the different suitcases. Can I still hear, like, the crying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Nine's kind of looking at Karina of like that disappointing look of like, stop fucking lying to me. Like, come on.
I think we should leave this car.
Good idea. And Brock is going to kind of trips over himself a little bit as he kind of scutters over to the closest door that he can see.
You immediately saw a door to your left, but you know that heads back. So the next car must be to the right. Start walking past these racks of luggage, hearing all of that. And eventually, you can see the end of this car. You can see the door, and you see a figure next to it, a shape. It's all black but humanoid. Like the entirety of it is a black shape. Human form, human sized, a little bit larger than human. But it looks like something that has been sketched with charcoal. And as it's standing there, the only way I can describe its movement to you is it looks like it's moving at a different time rate. It's like it's a different frame rate, a slower frame rate and sometimes a faster frame rate, just in the way the almost sketch-like patterns of it kind of jolt and change and move while still maintaining this same shape, all black with these white eyes. That's the only feature of it other than shape. And as you begin to approach, it points towards the door next to it where there is a sign that says, "Tickets required." And then it extends a hand, again, the hand jerking and shaking, it looks like, but also not moving.
Okay, you were right, Hawthorne. All right, you were right. There wasn't a ticket booth outside. Do we buy the tickets here from you?
Well, we're already on the train, so.
I know that.
Oh, no. Oh.
You all start talking back and forth, trying to figure out what to do. And this thing that had an open palm waiting kind of flickers in and out of existence for a second. And then when it reappears, it just pushes a button next to the door, and the door's open for you. Doesn't say a word, doesn't make a sound.
Well, shit. This just got weirder. You guys ready?
We just got our way paid. Got our tickets copped. Oh, God.
Let's go, I guess.
Everyone take a deep breath, and he steadies himself before we go forward. Because we don't know what's going to be in there. Okay, let's go.
Ira gives this entity at the door a wide berth as they then quickly scamper to join all of you moving into the next car. You see that this is clearly a dining car. It is wider than the car you were just in, and at least just as long. There are booth-style tables and seats set up on both sides of the central aisle that heads down this car. There is carpeting on the floor that looks like it was once fine, but has been scuffed and damaged and gone a little bit gray. It's lost its color. Same for pretty much everything about this car. It looks like it was once quite the sight. But the light fixtures are tarnished, flickering. The leather of the booth-style bench seating is moldering, flaking. There are several individuals in here, though. Most of them resemble that thing, that entity that you just saw at the door. These black, sketched style shapes that just sit by themselves at different booths. There are a few individuals in here, though, that look like normal people, sitting by themselves at different booths and tables. The black spirit-like things pantomime eating from their table, from the place setting in front of them, but there's nothing there.
Hey, do you think these were like do you think these were like passengers beforehand? And they're just kind of going through the motions and stuff?
Like as if they're memories?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, if the suitcases are memories, why wouldn't the passengers be memories?
You suddenly feel the momentum as the train seems to pick up a little bit of speed.
What kind of train holds people's memories? Holds their lives? Or their deaths, I guess.
Well, in a place like this, and he's just kind of waving in his hands at different spaces, making sure he's not walking through, moving through anyone or anything, very cautiously. In a place like this, I'd imagine you need somewhere to put all the people you've condemned, right? You can't. They don't leave here, do they?
Fucking Soul Train?
Is that a thing?
All of the tables, by the way, have place settings at them. Chipped, but once fine china.
Gloria's, I'm a little freaked out at the idea of a soul train. Can I peek? There's windows, yeah. Can I peek out the windows?
Yeah, there are windows. They have, like, you know, again, tattered now little ornamental curtains on them. And as you go in, pull one aside, you just see fog.
Oh, love this. Okay, cool.
Is there any way, Ethan, to tell what kind of soul or person that these sketches once were? Like, you can't see their faces, you can't hear them in any capacity, right?
They are... I use the word sketches both to describe, like, the visually almost, like, drawn appearance that these things have, but also just because they are generalized. I will say, though, a few of the spirits, you can make out minor differences. Like, one of them seems to be wearing a fedora, but again, it's just part of the black shape. Others a little bit bulkier, like maybe wearing overcoats. But again, it's just all part of the same form. It's not like there is a hat on top of this black thing. It's just part of the same shape.
And there's not, like, say this shape has a fedora, there's not a person who's sitting there who's staring into the distance who has a fedora that would look like
No,
that shape.
it's not like there are mirrored...
Okay. Yeah, like their
versions.
soul is outside of their body or something like that. Okay.
Love the
okay,
thought.
Gotcha.
The other passengers, do they make note of us at all? And also, do we see Georgina?
Georgina is one of the people in here, yes. Like, one of the people in here, because again, it's a longer car, you can see them in the distance. One of the living, it looks like, figures, easiest way to distinguish the shape, the different types of shapes, does, like, turn and look over the shoulder when the door opens, but doesn't pay you much mind.
I think Karina will make her way to where Georgina is sitting and sit across from her.
Nine is going, since it's a dining car, Nine's gonna look over to see if there's anything to eat or drink.
I don't think we should eat anything on the train.
Look, I'm kind of hungry. I get hungry when I get nervous, okay?
Okay, let's look it over. Like, don't eat it until we've, like, I don't know, looked at it.
Yes, ma'am. I will make sure to do that.
Hawthorne's gonna pull a roll that he pocketed, hand it over to Nine, and go, well, do you need this, man? I mean, I just agree with her. I worry about putting anything in your body in this place.
He'll break it in half. You take half, I'll take half later. There, just look, that way you got that, okay? And he will just one pot shot that in his mouth and chew it.
So, to answer one of the things, you said you were looking around looking for food or drink. You see place settings. You don't see the food out here or anything like that. You did note a kitchen when you first walked in. But the 3 or 4 of you, or 5, with Ira, are having this little conversation with the roll and all of that, following generally behind where Karina is going, but Karina is the first to sit at the table. So you slide into the bench across from Georgina. And as you sit down at one of the seats, the place setting in front of you fills with food. And you have to... could you please... Actually, hold on. Could you please make me a... spirit roll?
I got a 5. Also, I know D&D has exhaustion if you stay up all night. Is there anything in Savage Worlds for staying up all night?
Fatigue.
So that's a -1, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Which is still
so
a 4.
that'd be a 4.
So, you do manage. All we needed on this one, luckily, was not a critical failure. You managed to keep yourself from immediately vomiting as the most repulsive, disgusting plate of food is put in front of you. The items that are on the plate that are something that we would classify as food are riddled with maggots and mold and rot, but there are also writhing worms. There is offal just piled onto the plate in front of you, and little maggots climb in and out and all over this plate.
So, keeping her cool, she's just going to keep looking over at Georgina and just casually slide the plate towards the window so it's out of her way.
Georgina has a tarnished piece, or a tarnished fork in her hand, and just is reaching down, or just puts the fork down, stabs a bit of the meat and maggot that's on her plate, and brings it to her mouth and eats it, almost without seeming to process the grotesqueness of what she just did.
Karina's going to slap her hard.
You slap her across the face, and she brings a hand to her cheek and looks a little offended at you, and she grabs her plate and without saying anything, just scoots along the booth, takes her plate, and moves to a different table.
I fucking hate it here.
Yeah. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. Yeah.
Hey, Karina, what the hell? Why'd you slap him?
When Brock's freaking out, we slap him and he's better. I thought by slapping her, she might snap out of it. Did you see what she just put in her fucking mouth?
Oh?
I think it's conditioned.
And I will sit down in front of an empty spot.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to need the same spirit roll from you as a similar but distinct pile of awful, and I mean that in both spellings, appears in front of you. 2 is still not a critical failure, luckily. And when it comes to nausea rolls, which is a subset of fear rolls, all we need to worry about is critical failures. But you set down, and this also appears in front of you.
I'm no longer hungry anymore.
You all hear the sound of one of the train cars opening. It's the way you came. And there is a man, pudgy, balding, dressed kinda nice, who kinda just materializes, because as the door opens and you look through it, you just see fog on the opposite side. You don't see the luggage car that you came through. But this figure that materializes walks in, pushing a food cart, and it smells heavenly. Thank you for listening to this episode of The City of the Crimson Tower. Gloria was played by Anna Margaret, Karina by Maddie, Nine by Mav, Hawthorne by Sally, and Brock by Lauren. And Ethan did all the other stuff.